order. Mr. Majors, would you please call the roll?
Senators Aguilar,
Excused.
Baumgartner, Carroll, Cook, Crowder, Donovan, Garcia, Grantham, Guzman, Heath, Hill, Hodge, Holbert, John, Johnston, Jones, Kafalas, Kerr, Lambert, Lundberg, Marble, Martinez-Humanic, Merrifield, Neville, Newell, Roberts, Scheffel, Scott, Sonnenberg, Stedman, Tate, Todd, Ulibarri, Woods. Mr. President.
Here. 34 present, 0 absent, 1 excused. We have a quorum. Colleagues, staff, and guests, would you please stand to join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Senator Merrifield.
Thank you, Mr. President. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Senator Stedman.
Thank you, Mr. President, and good morning, colleagues. I move that the reading of the journal of Wednesday, May the 4th, be dispensed with, and that the journal stand approved as corrected by the Secretary.
You have heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The motion is adopted, and the journal is approved. Senate Services.
May 5th, 2016, correctly engrossed in bills 184-208, correctly re-engrossed in bills 1387, 186, 199, 204, 209, and 211, correctly revised House Bills 1436, 1448, House Joint Resolutions 1024 and 1026, correctly revised House Bills 1080, 1097, 1172, 1277, 1332, 1348, 1363, 1378, 1393, 1394, 1427, 1451, 1453, and 1457, correctly enrolled Senate Bills 147, 178, 190, and 198, and Senate Concurrent Resolution 6.
Message from the House.
May 4, 2016, Mr. President, the House has postponed indefinitely Senate Bills 2, 130, 162, and 185. The bills are returned herewith.
Introduction of bills.
Senate Bill 212 by Senator Crowder concerning aligning changes made to the Federal Child Care and Development Block Grant Reauthorization in 2014 to the 12-month eligibility requirement of the Colorado Child Care Assistance Program.
Senate Bill 212 is assigned to the Committee on State Veterans and Military Affairs. Majority Leader Scheffel.
Thank you, Mr. President. At this time, I move that the Senate proceed out of order for the purposes of hearing a tribute to be presented by the good senators from Centennial and Aurora.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The Senate will proceed out of order. Senator Tate.
Thank you, Mr. President. May I request a moment of personal privilege?
Granted.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members, we're here to provide a tribute that I wish were under more fortunate circumstances. And I'll read the tribute. The Senate of the Colorado Legislature hereby honors and remembers the life of Dr. Kenneth Atkinson. The General Assembly would like to recognize the remarkable life of Dr. Kenneth Atkinson, who selflessly gave his life while saving the lives of his neighbors. Dr. Atkinson was a beloved Centennial resident and founder of the Kendall and Taylor Atkinson Foundation. He graduated from medical school at the University of Colorado and completed his internship and residency at Mercy Medical Center in Denver. His career in family medicine was spent serving the Centennial community, where he was well loved and respected for caring and compassionate nature. The members of the Colorado State Senate memorialized the loss of Dr. Atkinson, a Colorado hero who exemplified kindness, service, and courage. We extend our heartfelt sympathies to his family and the community of Centennial on request of Senator Nancy Todd and Senator Jack Tate. This day, May 5th, signed Bill Cadman, President of the Senate.
Senator Todd.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good morning, colleagues. We are joined this morning by Ken's family, and I will introduce them in just a couple of minutes, but a couple of things I want to share about Ken. We go back, Ken and Jean and their children and our children, to the days at Faith Presbyterian Church many, many years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago maybe now. And our children were little, and we were recounting some of the family camps that we went to and up at Singing River, and just some of the wonderful times of when our children were little and being in a faith community together. And I think one of the things that I always remember about Ken is that he just had such a selfless service to others, always. And he was a young doctor, and when we first met, and the number of patients that he has served and families that he has supported over the years has been tremendous. I'm sorry, Jean, this isn't making it any easier for you. He not only took care of the health, the physical health of his patients, but he took care of their spirit and their soul. Deeply devoted Christian. The difficulties that they have gone through in losing two of their children, Kendall and Taylor, and you'll see a brochure on your desk, and thank you, John. And I'll talk about that in just a minute. But looking at what loss did for their family in terms of strength and service and continually giving back to their community and giving back to others. They've been a stronghold in their community. They've been a stronghold in their church community. They've been a tremendously strong, faith-led family. And all of those examples of the fateful day that instead of thinking of anything other than saving a life, Ken gave his life. And he went and he saved two people's lives. That's what the headlines said. What the headlines didn't say is he did that every day. He saved people's lives every day, whether it was their spiritual life or their physical life. Up on the ski slopes, two of my friends that are here in the chamber were skiing one day, and Carrie fell, was injured, was unconscious. Ken happened to be skiing, skied up, and saved her life. That was the example that Ken lived every single day. It wasn't just writing a prescription. If someone needed help, he went to the office and met them. He gave that service. He provided that help and that care. We lost a tremendous citizen, a tremendous man of God, a tremendous physician, wonderful husband, father, grandfather, brother, son. And I appreciate all of you being solemn and listening. I want to share just very briefly the Kendall and Taylor Atkinson Foundation, because this started on the heels of tragedy. It started in the loss of Kendall and Taylor, who were diagnosed with an incurable disease. And what did they do? They turned it into something to help others. They turned it into something to help find a cure and to help come alongside families who also are suffering. I encourage you to read about it, look at it. There's a hoot and holler coming up in November. It will be difficult because right now, rather than sending flowers, rather than doing other things, what the family has asked for is to give contributions to the Kendall and Taylor Atkinson Foundation to once again perpetuate life and perpetuate joy for other families. I'm so pleased that when I asked my good friend Don Ridgely to go before and ask to call Jean and say, are you ready? Are you up for coming to the Capitol? We would love to pay a tribute to Ken, but recognizing how fresh and how raw the sympathies and the grief is right now, I knew it would be difficult. I can't imagine the pain. I can't imagine the loss. I know the joy and the memories that will heal and serve as a salve in the depth of grief will come, but not for a long time. I know your faith will sustain you. I know that your friends will stand by you. But today, I ask that you honor my friend, Jean Atkinson, the wife of Ken Atkinson, his two daughters, Allison and Whitney, his sister, Margie, and his grandson, Carson, and many of their friends and their support that are with them today. God's blessings and healing. Thank you.
Thank you. I wanted to say, on behalf of the entire Senate, we are incredibly honored that you would join us today. You have our deepest condolences. Colleagues, please thank the family for joining us, and then we will take a brief recess so we can greet them. The Senate will stand in recess. The Senate will come back to order. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move a call of the Senate.
Colleagues, we will pursue a call, but I thought we would thank the Atkinson family one more time while they're here for joining us this morning and for sharing. A call of the Senate has been moved. It has not been sustained until now. Sergeants, would you please retrieve the missing members? Secure the doors. Mr. Majors, please call the roll.
Senators Aguilar,
Excused.
Baumgartner, Carroll, Cook, Crowder, Donovan, Garcia, Grantham, Guzman, Heath, Hill, Hodge, Holbert, Johnston, Jones, Kafales, Kerr, Lambert, Lundberg, Marble, Martinez-Humanic, Merrifield, Neville, Newell, Roberts, Scheffel, Scott, Sonnenberg, Stedman, Tate, Todd, Muhleberry, Woods.
I have guests here.
Mr. President,
Here. Majority Leader Scheffel.
Thank you, Mr. President. Move the call be raised.
Without objection, the call will be raised. Third reading of bills, final passage. Mr. Majors, please read the title to House Bill 1368.
House Bill 1368 by Representative Tyler, Senator Martinez-Humanic, concerning the codification of current practice for the management of records of governmental agencies.
Senator Martinez-Humanic.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move House Bill 1368 and ask for favorable approval.
Is there further discussion? Seeing none, the motion before the body is the adoption of House Bill 1368 on third reading and final passage. Are there any no votes? With 34 ayes, 0 no, 0 absent, 1 excused, House Bill 1368 Senator Neville. Senator Marble. With 32 ayes, 2 noes, 0 absent, 1 excused, House Bill 1368 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Senator Stedman. Mr. Majors, would you please read the title to Senate Bill 208?
Senate Bill 208 by Senator Hill and Representatives Williams and Sides concerning maintaining the same funding calculation for a charter school that converts from a district charter school to an institute charter school or from an institute charter school to a district charter school.
Senator Hill.
Thanks, Mr. President. I move Senate Bill 208.
Is there further discussion? Seeing none, are there any no votes? With 34 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, 1 excused, Senate Bill 208 is adopted. Co-sponsors, Senator Kerr, Senator Kavalis, Senator Lambert, the minority and majority leaders, Senator Heath, Senator Roberts, Senator Tate, Senator Baumgardner, Senator Donovan, Senator Jones, Senator Ulibarri, Senator Cook, Senator Martinez-Humenick, Senator Crowder, Senator Scott, Senator Woods, Senator Marble, Senator Newell, Senator Lundberg, Senator John, Senator Neville, Senator Sonnenberg, and the Kumbaya Quartet, Senator Todd, Senator Merrifield, Senator Holbert, Senator Johnston, Senator Grantham, please add the President. Mr. Majors, please read the title to House Bill 1436.
House Bill 1436 by Representatives Probonage and all Senators Newell and Baumgardner concerning prohibition on edible marijuana products that are shaped in a manner to entice a child.
Senator Baumgardner.
Thank you, Mr. President. We move House Bill 1436 and ask for an aye vote.
Is there further discussion? Seeing none, the motion before the body is the adoption of House Bill 1436 on third reading and final passage. Are there any no votes? Senator John? Senator Hill? Senator Carroll? Senator Stedman? Senator Neville? Senator Roberts? Senator Ulibarri? Senator Merrifield? Senator Scott? Senator Sonnenberg? Senator Grantham? Senator Marble? Senator Lambert? With With 21 ayes, 13 noes, 0 absent, 1 excused, House Bill 1436 is adopted. Co-sponsors: Senator Heath, Senator Johnston, Senator Todd, Mr. Majors, please read the title to Senate Bill 184.
Senate Bill 184 by Senators Cadman and Shuffle and Representative Willig concerning market-based rates for interest on judgments.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move Senate Bill 184 on third reading for final passage. Ask for an aye vote.
Is there further discussion? Seeing none, the motion before the body is the adoption of Senate Bill 184 on third reading and final passage. Are there any no votes? Senator Stedman? Senator Ulibarri? Senator Todd? Senator Donovan? Senator Garcia? Senator Kafalis? Senator Merrifield? Senator Kerr? Minority Leader Guzman? Senator Carroll? Senator Heath? Senator Newell? Senator Jones? Senator Johnston? With 20 ayes, 14 noes, 0 absent, 1 excused, Senate Bill 184 is adopted. Co-sponsors: Senator Baumgardner, Senator Lundberg, Senator Marble, Senator Crowder, Senator Lambert, Senator Cook, Senator Roberts, Senator Holbert, Senator Martinez-Humenick, Senator Grantham, Mr. Majors, please read the title to House Bill 1448.
House Bill 1448 by Representative Singer and Senators Kafalis and Lundberg concerning the Relative Guardianship Assistance Program.
Senator Kafalis.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good morning, colleagues. We move House Bill 1448 on third reading and final passage and respectfully ask for your aye vote. Thank you.
Is there further discussion? Seeing none, the motion before the body is the adoption of House Bill 1448 on third reading and final passage. Are there any no votes? With 34 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, 1 excused, House Bill 1448 is adopted. Co-sponsors: Minority Leader Guzman, Senator Newell, Senator Hodge, Senator Stedman, Senator John, Senator Roberts, Senator Todd, Mr. Majority Leader, Senator Garcia, Senator Johnson, Senator Heath, Senator Jones, Senator Ulibarri, Senator Merrifield, Senator Garcia, Senator Kerr, Senator Donovan, Senator Martinez-Humenick, Senator Hill, it's not time for announcements. Oh, Senator Newell.
Thank you, Mr. President. May I please be listed as a co-sponsor on House Bill 1368?
You have to request that during announcements. Senator Newell will be listed as a co-sponsor. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. All right, colleagues, thanks for your promptness this morning. It's time to head to committee, so we're going to recess here in a second. You all should know where you're going. We will be back. Finance, State Affairs is where you're headed this morning. Ags at its regular meeting this afternoon, and appropriations is at 2. We're going to recess. You should look for a call to the Senate about 2:30 or 3 upon the conclusion of appropriations. You will hear some action periodically from the floor. You don't need to be here for that, as we're going to be reading bills over and assigning to committee as things come over from the House. And so the recess official time will be to 10 o'clock this morning. Again, you're off at committees. Look for a call around 2:30 or 3. Before I make that motion, Mr. President, I know we have a couple of announcements.
Announcements? Senator Newell? Senator Ulibarri?
Thank you, Mr. President. I request a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, I want to acknowledge that we have some special guests in the chamber with us today. We have city councilors and the mayor of Federal Heights, the city that I represent in Senate District 21, but also where I was raised. So very excited to have them here. They're here in the chamber. Please help me welcome them to the chamber.
Senator Newell?
Thank you, Mr. President. I just wanted to announce that I was a co-sponsor on House Bill 1368.
Congratulations. I feel a resolution coming, or tribute, or both. Further announcements? It's kind of a joyous season, isn't it? Senator Lundberg.
Thank you, Mr. President. Be aware that Senate Bill 212 has just been assigned to the State Affairs Committee. And if I might take this opportunity while I still have the microphone for announcements, among many things happening today, it is the National Day of Prayer today. And out on the West Steps, there are some activities going on, and legislators are invited in particular during the noon hour to come out and join those who are praying for our country in so many ways, most specifically for the legislature, from 12 noon to 1 o'clock.
Mr. Majority Leader.
You got something? Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, one other announcement. It's been pointed out that on the page 1 of the calendar, under the general order, second reading of bills calendar, it says that our calendar is pending House action. That caused quite a stir in the House. That is a typo. You can disregard those words, pending House action. We do what we do here, regardless of the House. So with that, Mr. President, I move the Senate recess to 10 a.m. this morning.
You have heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The Senate will stand in recess until 10 a.m.